is Adrienne Bale. I am originally from Colorado, but now I live in Florida. I'm an IT consultant. I was living what I thought was a great life. It wasn't until beginning of 2020 when I sold my house and was about to move to South Carolina with my boyfriend when he suddenly broke up with me. This is when I really realized I needed a group of like individuals, ladies that would understand. And that's really when I realized that I had no idea what I wanted in my life. I was actually too afraid to speak majority of the time, but I think once I was able to deal with those pains and emotions and other things that I kept very deep inside and didn't really talk to anybody about, once those were out, it was much easier for me to express myself and to be comfortable and vulnerable with others. I realized I've been going from relationship to relationship that didn't really form any new friendships. So at that time, I really didn't have many friendships or relationships that weren't from before 10 years ago. I think it actually made me sadder going through that time because I realized that I couldn't blame nobody else, but it was actually all me mostly. And I think that's the hardest thing, is to take responsibility that it is up to you. And that made me sad because I ignored that part for so long. And I think that's why I also make it challenging. I think I procrastinate when I don't want to face something or have to admit to a responsibility. I am also where I'm at because of myself. All I needed was the love for myself. And I think once I understood that, I think that was the biggest game changer for myself, because now loving other people or being loved is a bonus, because at the end of the day, I'm already fulfilled because I love myself. I think that if I didn't get to where I was to be, to know that I just had to love myself, I definitely wouldn't be where I'm at today, who can be happy with just myself. So my relationships with people currently in my life, they saw another side of me that was vulnerable, that talked about things, and I actually worked on my relationships, especially my friendships that I've had with my best friend since I was like 14. Our relationship just got deeper because I was more open. And so I think that's just deepened our friendships, as well as with my parents, because my mother even told me the other day that she thinks that I'm wiser than she is now. So because of this, I think also I can form new relationships, and especially with women. I had a hard time forming relationships with women. I never thought that I would be friends with the different ladies in the group because we're so different, but now it's like we're best friends, we're like family. I would say that, and then like in my job, more confident, which in this time in COVID, I feel like I'm one of the most functioning people compared to most people that don't know how to live their day every day. It's more like life tools that I have in strategy, just like you would if you were to go out in the wild and go hunting, and you need to have food and you need to provide for those things, but you need to have the tools and the skill set to be able to do that, at least the strategy. And I think that just continues practice to become better at that. I think is now how I look towards the future, that I'll always use that tool set and be expanding that tool set and knowing how to use that with any situation that comes across. So now I have more of this confidence that I can face anything because I have that. People can tell you stuff all day long and tell you about your particular situation, how you should feel, but it's hard for you to really do that unless you can understand and own it for yourself and relate. It's something I can't even explain. You have to experience for yourself. It'd be great if there's moms would teach their kids and talk about something, especially with their daughters earlier in life, because we don't say enough to our daughters, especially about anything. I was able to buy my new house. It was a process, but I now moved in and, can start anew. I'm in a new role at my job. I'm in a new relationship that I define. So with somebody interesting. So I'm loving the journey.